Welcome back. Dr. Cairo Ojougboh is still with us. He's a secretary.
No, deputy national chairman.
Deputy national chairman?
Oh, yes, of the PDP.
Of the PDP.
Yes.
Well, just before we went on that break, you were talking to us about what governors were on your side from the mainstream of the party.
Very good. You see, because I am not the spokesperson of these governors. Watch, yesterday, a governor came out, the state chairman of a part of a state came out to say the state is firmly in support of Ali Modu Sheriff. Because that chairman and that state has come to speak, I can call their name, Cross River State, in the press statement. In the next 1 week, you will see how many people will come out. The board of trustees, a lot of them, ranging from Patience Ogodo, ranging from Mrs. Ali, ranging from Senator, we are ranging from all of them, majority of them, they will come out one by one to start to speak. The National Assembly members, majority of them, because one, they don't want crisis, they will come out to speak on their own. In the next 1 week, all these tempers...
You say this is in the next 1 week, but as we speak right now, they're not on your side.
They're on our side. We haven't, Madam, I haven't slept. Meetings. I will close at 5 a.m., negotiating, talking to people. Because we are meeting segment by segment, person by person. What we all agreed is 90 days for us to be pursuing a case at the Supreme Court. Yes, you can start pursuing your case at the Supreme Court. Nobody is stopping you. But please, let us return to the negotiation table so that if we agree before that 90 days and we're able to do a convention before that 90 days or immediately after, then there's no need for Supreme Court. What are we going to do at the Supreme Court?
What was the reason for the visit to former President Goodluck Jonathan yesterday?
Well, thank you very much. Did you see the headlines today? One of them said, President Jonathan said, Sheriff, you are a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader. Sheriff is a leader. You see,
we saw just now.
Yes.
I mean, the visit of
Chief Aneni. You also saw that. Did you see what he said? He said PDP is where we are.
It was
today.
not to the Ali Modu Sheriff fashion.
No, it was to the other fashion.
Yes.
Now he addressed them. Chief Aneni said, "Look, PDP is where we are today."
And we also saw them visit, President.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to read your comments. We'll let their comment. Let us copy from what they said. Bamanga Tuko said the party is for the people, it's not for leaders. You heard him. He said the party must be returned to the people. Who is he quoting? Ali Modu Sheriff. And then he said that the party is where we are today because of the selfish interests of leaders. What is the problem? Impunity. That is where we are today. Sheriff has said, look, why did they beg Sheriff to come and become chairman? They felt that they needed somebody who they can oppress, who they can give order. But it is unfortunate that Sheriff has decided to say, okay, I'm a man of my own. I wouldn't want to go into all those. You see, I want to avoid saying things that will flare people up. I don't want to claim right. What I'm claiming is peace. That is why I'm waving my handkerchief. This handkerchief represents peace. And I want PDP people, please, church leaders, the wives and families of these people who are speaking in ways that show anger, please, kindly find time. Talk to your husbands, talk to your wives. Tell them to give peace a chance. Nigerians will appeal to you. Appeal to these leaders. What Sheriff has asked for, what he's saying for, let us go for a convention. As soon, even if you say next week, Sheriff is ready. What are you going to look for at the Supreme Court? You are looking for peace. You want to say, okay, you are the only one who can determine who will be the leader of the party. The party is saying no. Sheriff said, okay, I am not going to be involved. Bring everything. But look, let us go for the convention. At the convention, I will say my bye-bye and leave as chairman. So that you people voluntarily bring will run the party. Yes, that's not too much for a man to say. If Sheriff doesn't love the party, he will not have been saying so. And again, I want to quickly say something. Mokpe, when the idea of Sheriff as chairman was brought to the fore, I was supporting a man called Senator Gigri. The whole of the Southeast, Northeast agreed that Gigri will be acting chairman of the party. But our governors sat down and brought Sheriff. I rose up against this situation. I told my governors, I said, look, this thing you people are doing is not good. That Sheriff is not in the list of the 6 people that were presented. Now you people have gone to bring him. They said, no, Dr. Cairo, who are you to speak when the governor is speaking? For that, we are going to remove you from office. I said, okay, no problem, but remember that God liveth. So I left. Then the sheriff now turned out that sheriff did not agree to what they were saying. The matter came up, and I came up myself. I said, look, I went to the governors. You see, this thing you people are doing is not good. You cannot insult me out of office. You insult sheriff out of office. Sheriff is not like me. Sheriff is a two-time governor. Sheriff is a father. Sheriff is a mother. He's a grandfather. You must respect him also. They said, no. Let me just finish this.
Before you finish, let us go to Lagos and take some questions from my colleagues.
Thank you.
Well, Dr. Ojougboh, what is your group going to do now? Because, I mean, yes, the governors who brought him initially admitted, yeah, they brought him initially, but they then said, we realized we made a mistake. And we tried to remove him, but he says, no, he won't step down. Now, if the people have said, as the governors have also said in that meeting, that no matter what happens, they are saying no to sheriff. If they insist on saying no, what will your group do?
Now, the governors have not said so. Only 4 governors were at that meeting. Governor Kowa of Delta, Governor Wike, Governor Fayoshe, and Governor Akwa Udo Emmanuel. If the governors say they are, let them conduct a meeting and vote. Let us see how many governors will vote for sheriff. That's number one. I don't want to argue that one more than that. Now, the members of the National Assembly that were at that meeting were less than 10. If they say the National Assembly is against sheriff, let the National Assembly people come and vote today. If they vote sheriff, sheriff will go. If the Board of Trustees members that were there, is only the chairman, of course you know the chairman, you know how he behaves, you know who he is. If the Board of Trustees, let them hold a meeting today and vote. If they vote as sheriff, sheriff will go. And sheriff going, he said he is agreed to go. All of us have agreed. How would the chairman go? It is a simple thing. You don't just resign and go. Call a convention to replace him. So there is nothing else we want to do. Okay, what are they going to do at the Supreme Court? When they get to the Supreme Court, they will still return to come and do a convention. Okay, why do you need to go to the Supreme Court? We are not afraid of the Supreme Court. And let me tell you, we heard what Governor Wike said, that he lost in the tribunal, he lost in the Court of Appeal, and he won in the Supreme Court. You see, for a governor to speak like that, you cannot just cast aspersion on the Supreme Court. The impression he is giving is very wrong. The Supreme Court is a Supreme Court. You don't joke with Supreme Court. Wike cannot be talking like that. You see, that's why I want to avoid all this sort of talk and all this sort of argument. What we have said is, look, let there be peace. You can see me waving my olive branch, waving the sign of peace. Let there be peace. At the end of the day, there is no way legal solution can bring peace to PDP. The only thing that can restore peace to PDP is political solution. Yesterday, you heard the former president. The former president said, look, yes, we must all get together and work for peace. All the leaders have agreed they work for peace. But it is expected, it is the right of the people who are saying no, they are not going to agree or are not going to agree. It's like student unionism. We don't want to go to that way. We are very mature adults. We must from now henceforth speak like adults. And that is what we are encouraging people to do. If you have your point to make your point. If you have something to say it in a very civilized manner. For instance, I was speaking with McAfee just before I came in. The way McAfee spoke, gentleman. And I've never seen McAfee use rough languages on anybody. And that is a man that I appreciate. You see, people, at times, we from the, some of us, the way manner we behave is very unbecoming. I want to ask that in looking at issues in this PDP matter, we must be conscious of our behavior as PDP members first and foremost. If we have a problem with the party and then we are addressing television, we mustn't use uncouth languages for people. We mustn't use derogatory languages for people. We mustn't use personal and unsavory language for people. We must be decorous and we must show decorum. Otherwise, how would the populace, the voters, how would they follow us? After all, this party belongs to the people, and the masses, and that is the slogan of the party: power to the people. I heard them; they said they went to Port Harcourt and they changed their slogan to change. I said, God forbid. What is change the change? That is not, we cannot change our name, we cannot change our character. Our character is a party of rule of law. Our character is a party that symbolizes development. Our character is a party that symbolizes improvement and then fighting for the people. So these are the issues that we want to bring to the fore in asking the people who are saying no to be decorous. And please, the 90 days it will take us to go to the Supreme Court and come and back. Because some of them, I hear them saying that, well, the Supreme Court will give them accelerated hearing, the Supreme Court will do this, the Supreme Court will do that. Alas, I have absolute respect for the judiciary. And I know that the Supreme Court cannot be bamboozled. The Supreme Court cannot be thrown right, left, and center. It's not possible. And let me also say this very emphatically and thank the judiciary. At the lower courts, at the high courts, there were conflicting judgments. But a lot of court cases were not taken to the Court of Appeal. Some in Abuja, very many in Abuja, very many in Port Harcourt. The ones in Abuja said, look, this matter has been reserved for judgment in Port Harcourt. We will wait for the outcome of Port Harcourt before we can say anything. And that is how the judiciary acts. And that is the beauty of the judiciary. And they waited confidently for the Port Harcourt to give their verdict. After this, if you now disagree, well, the road is open to the Supreme Court. And let me assure you.
Dr. Ojougboh, well,
Thank you,
I'm afraid that we have to call it a day here.
Thank you very much.
We've been speaking with Dr. Cairo Ojougboh, who is the Deputy National Chairman
of the PDP.
Thank you. Well, thank you for coming on Sunrise today.
God bless you, Mokwe. And please pray for the PDP.
The program will continue shortly. Do join us again.
Thank you. Thank you.